Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you all. Hi, Lip. How are you today, my friend? It's good to see you. It's a short stream tonight, I promise. We're gonna play some more Sims 2 tonight because I feel like we're gonna hit more walls as we progress, and I'd like to get those out of the way. So we will probably see more short streams until we finish Sims 2, unless I have free time. Like, I didn't have free time today. Like, I got all my stuff done now. So I've been working super hard today. It's been a busy day. And I crashed so hard today at 6 o'clock. I fell asleep from 6 o'clock to 8:30, and I passed out. I was so tired that I was just angry. And it was just been a major struggle. Lip wants to know where Sims 2 is on the DS meter so far. Oh gosh, Lip, we'll get to it. I'll actually talk about it. We will in fact talk about it without question. But yeah, no, I was working crazy hard. We had someone coming over to help with the kids so I could get some extra work done, and so that was incredibly invaluable. And I got so much work done, and I had to make a bunch of phone calls, schedule a bunch of meetings as always, and just going crazy. Fried Rice, how's it going, dude? So it was just so busy. It's been wild, and so I crashed at 6 o'clock, and so now I'm awake, and I'm very awake. It's kind of slightly problematic. I needed to not have been this awake. But Lip asks a very important question. Where is Sims 2 on the DS meter so far? Well, let's take a look at that right now. Let me pull that up. What's the thing? You're way too awake for 10 p.m. Exactly. I'm wide awake now because I passed out. Because, I had to, Lip had some impromptu couch napping this evening. Oh, man, Lip, the impromptu couch nap is so nice. It's so nice. Only nice if the kids don't jump on you in your sleep. But other than that, it's so nice. I love impromptu couch nap. I tried to do an impromptu couch nap, but it got bothered a bunch. And so I was like the grumpy lion, I was just let me sleep. I need to sleep. Please just let me go to sleep. I was so stupid tired. I was just angry. Not true angry, but just so grouchy. Everybody just stop. I need to sleep. It was bad. So Lip wants to know where the Sims 2 in the tier maker for DS games. I don't know if anybody saw this previously, but we had rated Ragnarok. Ragnarok's not done yet. So Ragnarok went on long last night. And it's crazy to say that was last night. It was last night, right? It was? I don't remember. That's how long the day has been. And we gave it a definitely stupid. I put it in dog shit for a really long time. And Kuno was in the chat. It was the only one still left with me that night. Because we had gone kind of late. It was actually surprisingly late considering I was playing Ragnarok DS. I was getting really mad about the game and just this is just terrible. And Kuno's I actually really enjoy this. And I'm are you being serious or are you being joking? And I'm not mad if you're saying you're serious. I actually kind of want to know, are you really serious? Yeah, I'm absolutely serious. I'm actually really enjoying this stream. And I was just okay, I'll give it one more shot because there's a user review that talks about building a guild, creating a guild. And I'm okay, we'll see how that is. And at that point, if it is not great, then that's that, I guess. We're done. I'm pulling the plug. It's wild that we have had 3 stinkers in 1 interesting game. And so Lip wants to know, where are we putting Sims 2 right now? And I'm not gonna lie, Sims 2 it got an average of 70 on Metacritic. And we might even go delve into that. There's a lot of good stuff on the DS and a lot of trash. Well, I wouldn't even necessarily say it's trash, Fried Rice. Most Wanted was not good. That was actually legitimately bad. And so far with Bomberland Touch and Ragnarok, I was they're just, they're fine. They're nothing special, but they're also not insulting. They're just kind of middle of the road, just going 35 miles an hour. They're definitely a game. There's nothing for me yet to glamp onto with Ragnarok, which is what the thing, like Bomberman Land Touch had some things to glamp onto, but then there were just points that were just like, I can't do this with an emulator. So like it just isn't clicking for me because it just is like a physical impossibility. But there was like little hooks here and there, and if I didn't have those problems, I'd probably put it in dull shine, like Bomberman Land Touch, like probably a dull shine. Like it's got some things there, but it's just not working. But because I was just struggling so hard, it's definitely stupid. For Ragnarok, I'm gonna give it a chance. It's on the chopping block. But Lip asked Sims 2. Sims 2, where is it? I mean, right now I'm not gonna joke. It's definitely solid. It's definitely solid. There is something really fun about it. I enjoy when they take games that have a very iconic play style and concept, and they kind of turn it on its head. Well, Jared wants to know if and when you get to infinite space. Oh, on the DS? What is infinite space? Let's hold on. Let me look this up. Whoop, I'm pushing buttons. Let me look up infinite space. You're not looking at my web browser right now. All right, let's see. Infinite Space on the DS. It's a 2009 role-playing video game co-developed by Nude Maker and Platinum Games. Published by Sega. What in the world? Developed by Nude Maker caught my eye. I mean, let's take a look at this. Let's look. Battle sequence. It's a ship combat. Okay. Whoa. Scenario and art design. Interesting. Arthur C. Clarke. Oh, drew from the works of Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah, okay. Okay, you got my reception. Whoa. Okay, so this, you want to talk about how you bibble my giblies, right? It's a 75 on Metacritic. I see a lot of 8s, and I see some 6s and 7s, which tells me that is bogus. Like that is the rich and nutrient phytoplankton. Cytoplankton. It's the just incredible, incubation of life right there. That right there is a warm incubator ready to birth a beautiful, dazzling baby boy. That's a bogus baby boy. That's right up my alley right there. That looks fantastic. I can't wait till it lands. On there. It's on there. I will say that, J-Rod, it is on there. And so we're going to continue Sims 2 tonight until we hit a wall. And if we hit a wall really early, we'll continue with Ragnarok, much to my chagrin, but I'm doing it for Kuno. We're at the mercy of the wheel. Exactly. And the wheel has given and the wheel has taken away. That's for sure. So let's go in. We got to start off, though. We got to start off with some traditional stuff. We have to do something that's customary. We must do something that's customary. We got to start off right. So the Mob Boss asked us to build a vault. We did that. The vault has been finished. Oh, fried rice. Yes, we do. Oh, is the Metroid pinball game? It's Tilt, isn't it? That won't work on emulator, will it? I'm not gonna lie. I dig this menu music a whole heck of a lot. What other pinball games are on the DS? Because I'm curious, and one, I love pinball games, so like if ever I needed just some music to like fire off some neurons, this is the music for me. This is it. Kuno, how's it going? Kuno, we were talking about you, and you are inspiring me to want to continue Ragnarok. Oh my gosh, right off the bat, I think I'm going to blarg. I don't know what that means, dude. What does that mean? You're gonna blarg? Oh gosh, hello, lady. We gotta clean up some dust. It's been a while. We gotta do some house cleaning. That's all garbage. Only know of Metroid Pinball. There's a Pokemon, but I think it's Color. Yeah, there's a Color and a Game Boy Advanced. Oh, I gotta calm this lady down. Okay. Calm down. Okay, yep. Hand to the face as yell back. Let's see what we do. Hands in the air, baby. So yeah, for those that are, of course, coming into this for the very first time, when Sims are upset, we have to calm them down. And so they give different physical body language that helps us. Thanks, asshole. I'll try to stay calm from now on. You're the best. Take this gourd. I found it. I'm serious. I gotta go in everybody's rooms and just see how the rooms are doing. Nothing needs repaired. Everything seems to be okay there. It has, well, that's my character's name, Fried Rice. That's my character's name. His name is Asshole. I felt it was necessary. It was necessary. I mean, look at him, though. He looks like an asshole, doesn't he? You can't tell me he doesn't look like an asshole. It's very fitting. Alright, this room is clean. Right. Oh, quiet lady. How you doing, dude? You're happy. This is good. I like to hear that you're happy in your giant fancy room. Just checking for dust bunnies. You're clean. So yeah, this is a game where we are running a hotel in a backwater town. And there are little story elements, kind of like self-contained stories that pop up from time to time. Oh, gotta cheer you up, Pepper. Hugs. Ombayar. Pepper Pete is one of my favorites, I think. He's classic. It's okay, Pepper Pete. You've got this, buddy. You're a pirate. You're a motherfucking pirate. Give me a hug. I love you, buddy. Thanks for the 5 simoleons. Alright, so we're going down to the main lobby. We have to go do a little bit. We have to start our day off right. Oh, do I have a spot? I don't yet. Okay. We should have spent our money on renovation projects before we ended the night. Foolishly, I did not do this. Picking up our rods. You gotta do a little bit of gambling first. We have to start our day off right with gambling. And cleaning up sick, it looks like. Hey, buddy. You okay, Luther? Chill out, dude. You're being a bummer. Come on. What you got for me, Luther? Hand to the chest to stern yell. Slump shoulders and head forward is a stop. And then steady is like wobble, wobble, wobble. I think this is a play on like Daddy Warbucks and Lex Luthor. I think. Whew, I didn't know what came over me, asshole. Take this fuel rod I picked up. Safekeeping, alright. We gotta play some keel haul first. We gotta make a little bit of keel haul bucks. So, fun fact today, there was a new MMO was announced, that is like open for beta, and I checked it out, and it's one of those things that it's a major pet peeve for me in MMOs. It's the go anywhere and do anything, uncover mysteries, and it's like a very beautiful looking game with 0 landmarks and 0 handcrafted anything. It looked like it was all just, again, this really pretty looking game with very little to do, and emphasizing that you need to, as the player, generate your own content. Oh, dude, I'm kicking butt on this game today. That's a good hand. So this is the main way to make money, is by gambling in this. Go anyway in an MMO until you get stomped by a monster 30 levels higher than you. That's never the case anymore, though. That's the thing, though, Fried Rice. That's not the case anymore. Now it's, you can only go to places that are fit to your level. Like, you can never go anywhere that would be dangerous to you as a player. and everything is clearly delineated as to what is and isn't okay. The age of the MMO has changed dramatically. Dramatically. And I find it very, very fascinating, kind of its evolution, and I hope the eventual like renaissance of the genre. Dude, I won that one easy, 200 to negative 30. That was a piece of cake. They still have to go through this though. I'm curious. That's for sure. I'm curious how that's gonna go down. I feel like it's gonna be one of those ones that, if anything makes it, it's gonna be that one. Or even how it's gonna play, right, Fred Rice? Like, that's the real question. How's it gonna play? Oh, dude, he's hitting me hard. This guy's going pro. 3 cannonballs and a rum he had. That's wild. And that was the thing. I was talking about this in a Discord. We were kind of talking about how we as gamers, how we kind of interpret how we or prep ourselves emotionally for a game of that kind of type. Dude, knock it off. Oh, Sakura's gotta add Snow Race. Sakura, I'll wait for Sakura. I thought I turned my ads off. Interesting. Okay, here now. Hi. So when talking about MMOs and the current like design philosophy for them, and kind of setting expectations for the player base, how does a company get people ready for an MMO? And one of the big things that was heavily discussed was setting the stage, and especially for cross genre like franchises. What I mean by this is, for instance, there's a video that just recently came out by Nerd Slayer. They do a lot like Death of a Game, where they really kind of delve into like death of these multiplayer games and communities. And one of the things he talked about was Gwent, and how Gwent as a game like failed, and a lot of it has to deal with how the Witcher series, you know, loved Gwent as a card game, as like a mini game, and then all of a sudden, it's now being treated as a competitive card game. Did someone say MMOs? Hi, Ash. It's good to see you, my friend. And how these things are being pushed for things that aren't really fitting with the user base, the player base is wanting. And The Witcher was never set up to be something like an MMO in that regard, or like a competitive thing. And how the company's attempt to do so really just kind of flounders the player base. And I was thinking like about how League of Legends has been working to kind of ease people into a variety of different game types and genres, and like how they're moving into a fighting game. How they can do that, it's really easy. One, they already are starting to have these very iconic characters or beloved characters within the user base. They're already kind of primed for competitive things because League of Legends is that. You know, it has succeeded in being a competitive game, so the era of competition really lends itself to fighting games, of course. But then how does it go into an MMO? And that's where we start talking about world building. You see the very meticulous marketing strategy for them. And what they really do fantastic is working on the world building and getting you to enjoy the world of League of Legends with like the Netflix show, how that was huge, and they did it right from the beginning. You look at a game like Dot Hack, the Dot Hack series, right? I love the Dot Hack series. But it also tried to do kind of a cross-promotional, you know, multi medium media blitz to kind of promote their games and get people into them with manga and anime and the games and books. They had books. And how those things ultimately didn't help the game series at all. And why is that? Is because in reality, they spread themselves too thin. They did it all at once in one giant media blitz. They didn't do it right. They didn't take their time. The anime is really lackluster and rough. Sakura says they've been working on lore for ages. That's how the cartoon managed to be popular. Exactly. And also that they got the right animation studios. They got the right writers. They did all of the stuff that they're supposed to do if you want to have your game, your world, to be taken seriously by a broader audience. And that's so vital. And so with League of Legends moving on to an MMO, it's really that Netflix stuff. It's really that other things that are starting to pave the way for people to be engaged in that particularly. Yeah. But yeah, Sakura says, yeah, it's a case of it wasn't designed for that for Gwent, absolutely. And that's the thing. The devs didn't want it. Nobody wanted that. Sorry, I'm supposed to be playing this game. Old Man in the Sea. Oh, you took my Old Man in the Sea, you son of a bitch. And of course, like the K-pop stuff, like that's huge. That's huge for their brand. All right. Beardo. Have Beardo. I don't want Swabby. I want a Giuseppe. Give me a Giuseppe. I'll take a lady. Have a Swabby. I'll take a Skelly. I'll take a Skelly. Bam. So how are you doing, Hesh, by the way? What have you been up to lately? Everyone, by the way, shout out to Hesh Valentine. Fantastic streamer, wonderful person. Streams a lot of everything, a lot of retro computer stuff. A wild connoisseur of food, and just truly a respectable human being. Thank you. Never heard of him. It's true. I wish I could be seeing more of your streams, Hesh. Life has been dominating. So I really haven't had too much of an opportunity to be in anybody's streams right now. Much to my own chagrin. So I've only just started streaming a little more regularly, which has been a luxury that I greatly appreciate. That's for sure. Look at this. Oh, Beardo's going in. Alright, I gotta discard. Have a lady. I'll take your Swabby. Have a Hector. Oh, you're giving me Swabbies left and right, buddy. What are you doing, dealer? You're giving me Swabbies. I need those Swabbies. Look at this ghost Swabby. Suck it. Hash, have you ever played Sims 2 on the DS? I don't think many have. It's a fascinating game, that's to say the least. Swabby. Can't complain, been playing a lot of Diablo 3, yes. I hope that Diablo 3 is going well for you, Kuno. This is such a strange game. You're a manager of a hotel in a backwater, weird conspiracy theory place. And little self-encased stories. There's actually like it's a linear story too. There's definitely some room to allow for like more like freedom and customization too, like with the hotel and such, and exploration of the world around you, but it's such a strange game. It's such a strange game that I very much enjoy. I'll take the lady, have the Swabby. I do not want the Morgana, thank you. You gave me 2 Giuseppes. Have a Hector. Oh, thank you for the Giuseppe. Superhero League's a whole... Dude! For real? How is it? Bro, what is good to see you. Hash, tell me about Superhero League of Hoboken. How is it? I'm gonna give you a lady. Cannon. Have another lady. Is it really good? Superhero League of Hoboken has been one that's been on my list for a very long time. I'm gonna get to it eventually. I really, really, really want to play it because I love me some Steve Moretzky. Part RPG, part adventure with a little bit of management. I like it. Is my karate teacher here, Miss Lartz? First name Marsha. Marsha Lartz. Ha ha ha. Okay, Pepper Pete, you can just go to hell, dude. We have a date with a mob boss. I gotta eat first. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, we're gonna go buy some food at the Jungle Club. I dig it dramatically. I've enjoyed a bunch. There are some games that's not it is not cohesive to... I'm gonna buy some nachos. Let's eat some nachos. It's not like conducive for the emulator, but other than that, it goes well. Eating my nachos. Oh, she's mad. Calm down, lady. Misty Waters needs to calm down. Have a good night, Hash. It's a pleasure, my friend. Misty, don't punch me in the dick, please. That lady's lips. All of the faces are something. Oh, nope, wrong one. Yell back. It's so different from the PC version. Exactly. But rest well, Hash. It's good to see my friend. Hands in the air. So, this is a linear hotel management game with a story. Thanks, asshole. I'll try to stay calm from now on. You're the best. Take this gourd I just found. I'm serious. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. That coin. That gum. Bam, I made 5. 5 simoleons. Sign me up. Okay. Hi, Kaylee Watercrest. How's it going? Oh, I can romance. Let's romance. Look at my muscles. Kissy kissy. So what happens here is there's a variety of different people's moods and things like this that you have to kind of remedy or deal with, and they give you different body languages that coincide with different actions. You just have to be kind of aware of what those are. They teach you in the very beginning the first time, and then you have to remember it from there. Going straight for the kiss. She's worried about the weather. Of all things. So we need to go to the mob boss now. He's the first, like, story element. Oh, it's a thunderstorm, too. So he is the beginning. Hey, what's up? Hey, buddy. I took a quick look at the new vault. It's freaking beautiful. And finished just in time. I was able to stash some loot there. Cool 100,000 simoleons. Nobody's allowed to touch it, understand? In fact, I don't even want people looking at it. If any goes missing, I'll know. I don't even need to count it. I can tell how much money's in your pile just by looking at it. Down to the nearest 100 simoleons anyway. Now get out of here. I need some Frankie Fusilli time. Can you woohoo? I don't know if you can woohoo or not. Oh, look at this. Look at this weather here. It's open out here. Whoa, it is pouring rain. I wonder if I can get struck by lightning. So we need to go out and make some purchases and things like this, and he's going to call me again to say it's time to continue the story. This looks like Silent Hill Sims Edition. It has less fog than the PS1, though. Are you okay? You're doing good. Dusty Hog's doing good. Alright, pick up that gourd. There he is. See, he's just like, hey, your hospitality's lacking, asshole. What is this store? Got anything good? How's it going, kid? I don't understand why this kid is so green. They don't... Oh, I got some new stuff. Portable waterfall? Let the soft sounds of flowing water soothe you or send you running to the toilet. Why would it send me running? Oh, like you have to pee? I was like, why is it going to send me to the toilet? Let's buy some tickets. Let's do a scratch off. Scratch up to 5 boxes. Reveal these matching pictures to win cash. Okay. Let's see what we got. Meteorite. Oh, star. Star? Coming from the guy with the green hair, right? Exactly. Probably the fluorescent lighting. Maybe. Another star. Yes. 100. Yes. Yo, I can buy Space Armada. It's a little mini game, and actually you can play like the game in it. And it doesn't. It's even wilder about that is that the it's Space Invaders. I know, Frankie Fusilli, I'm coming. My dude's tired though. He's got to sleep first. I tank grunt. What's weird is the game it's Space Invaders, but what's cool about it is that it just goes over his shoulder. It's still in the game. It doesn't cut to anything like it does with Keelhaul. Sleeping without any blankets, of course, because that's how I do. And so you only have a singular thing, sanity. But there'll be instances where he'll say like, oh, I need to eat. And so like that's your cue to go do that stuff. And if you don't, you'll eventually go down, like your sanity will be just slowly going down at that point. Alright. Oh, we gotta vacuum. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mr. Tank Grunt. Trying to vacuum up. Mr. Tank Grunt. Oh, gotta get that 20 set of die. 3 simoleons for that. You okay, Tank Grunt? What's going on, buddy? Calm down. Calm down. I know you're mad. I bumped into you. I'm sorry. Do not fight me, though. Put me some tank grunts. Hands in the air. Bag. It's the little dog. You little dog. Chill out, Tank Grunt. I'm not gonna take him out. I have so many gourds. Alright, back to Mob Boss. How's it going, Dusty Hog? What's up? So good of you to come see me, asshole. I was just reading an article of Shrinking Planet magazine. It says here the Strange Town Desert is one of the highest concentrations of valuable metals in the world. That's an opportunity I cannot ignore. Go scour the desert for me. See if you can find 3 bars of metal. How? I don't know. Use a metal detector or something. Sheesh. Save it, Doug. Go to the store. They had a thing for metal detectors, but you couldn't buy anything yet. Looks like somebody's already taken them out. Indeed, fried rice. So, man, things have been very busy for me. Oh, hello. I find it extremely upsetting that you run a hotel without a helicopter pad. What am I paying you for? Pepper Pete, shut up. I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not getting you a helicopter pad. Okay. So, there's the water. That's the... Sorry, what is this? That's the metal detector. Yeah. Okay, so I can talk to him to buy it. Yes. It's only 800 too. Bam. Thank you, kid. We're going out into the desert. I never stay at hotels without helicopter pads. Once you experience it, you never go back. You never go ass to mouth, though. You may never go back, but you also never go ass to mouth. Right? Or is it, do you always go ass to mouth? I don't remember. That's a great question. Okay, let's use our metal detector. Oh man, and our health is... What does this mean? Gray hair? Lead rock, okay. Oh. Silver bar? What is this? Oh. Copper bar. Lead rock. Not what I'm looking for, dudes. I don't know what this is, though. It's like depth. Copper bar. Messages. We've been spared. The aliens have gone. Was it luck or a miracle that saved us? Either way, we know it wasn't you, coward. Okay. Hi, beautiful. If you're bored, you should visit the casino. All prizes are double for the next couple hours. Yes. Thank you, lady. So can I... Oh, hello. Alien ship parts. License plates. Okay. What's my mission again? 3 metal bars. I did not get any metal bars. I got copper. I guess maybe those count? Let's see. Let's go back to him and see. And if not, we can sell the stuff. I also have no idea where I am. Great. I was not paying attention to where I was. I think there's the sign. What is this? What is this? The Moonlander? I should not be here. This is not where I need to be. Oh my god. I feel like the landscape has changed as I did all this. There's the town. Oh, I need to eat. I need to eat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's it. Goodbye. Was that lava? I don't know, Lip. Please don't tell me it took my stuff, though. Okay, it didn't take my stuff. It just, that's right. They probed my butt. My butt has been violated. So I'll sleep it off. And I wonder if the silver and copper count as metal. Does this stuff naturally form into bars? We'll sleep it off. It was tough to see, and I wasn't even paying attention when I was doing the metal detection, because I was like just focusing on that instead of like actually what I needed to be doing. Let's fix the bed up. Sims people, do you always make the bed after you're done? I do not. Ever. I am like the worst sim person. I am one of those people that when you play, I like emphasize on skill points and getting that stuff up and like building relationships and like maxing out the job and like focusing on the work than anything else. And my wife is like the exact opposite. She's a person who is very much focused on like family and side activities and that sort of stuff. I spilled a whole bag of action figures all over the hotel and was hoping to give them to you as a present. Thank you, Ara Fusili. Thank you. Thank you. Tira Marista, my dudes. Let's see if this counts. You extracted that from the desert? Oh boy, this is amazing. Ain't no reason for me to leave this town now. I'm gonna get this stuff appraised, but I'll be back, so stick around, will ya? I'm sure I'll think of something I need you to do. Ciao, asshole. Cool, so he took... Okay, I'm curious if I can sell those. The original heavy metal dude. He's getting himself some food. Interesting. So he'll message me again this time. I'm gonna go see if I can sell the metal ore. And I'm curious to know. Oh, I guess if I bring food. Oh my gosh! Yes, I got it, Frankie. I'll be right there, dude. Chill. So I can sell these. Yeah, 25 each. Okay. Oh, look at this tombstone. Let's buy another ticket. I want to buy one more scratch off. Let's go here. UFO? UFO. What is that? It's like a weather vane? I don't know. Laser gun? Oh, it's a laser gun. Oh no, this last one. Oh, damn it. Oh, dude, what's wrong, Tristan? I can't see you, though. Oh, boy. Hug? I'm gonna have to really pay attention here, because... There we go. Console. I can only see a small fraction of the screen. Okay, I've got this. This is pro mode. We're 9/10 of their bodies covered. Wow. Pep talk, yeah. Whew! That was amazing. Thanks for the gourd, Tristan. So I guess the gourds and stuff you just have to sell. Like, they don't have any purpose other than to sell. It would seem. Asshole, come to my room. I got something to say. I got it, Fuseli. I'm coming, dude. What's he got to say? Psst, kiddo, come closer. Closer, kid. This is important. I've got this. It's a chest, see? And I need... Well, this is a problem. Basically, I need you to bury this chest for me out in the desert, preferably. Of course, I ain't gonna tell you what's inside. That would spoil the surprise. Yeah, the surprise. So here's the case. I guess you'll need to buy a shovel or something. Whatever you do, just hurry, okay? Alright, gotta go buy a shovel and bury that in the desert. Here we go. More busy work. We got this. You doing okay? You alright, concierge? What do you gotta say? Certain potential guests, the big tippers, won't show up until your hotel score is sufficiently high. Okay. So I gotta go back to the store, buy a shovel. Right, I gotta buy a shovel. Yeah, shovel. I get -1 for selling it. It's a nice chest, but it won't stop wiggling. I pay $1 to give it to him. I kind of want to. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to. Let's go, Tristan. I'm gonna take this rod. Halt right there. Special Agent Penelope Red. What's in the box, asshole? Sure, I know your name. I've been tracking you for a few days now. Now tell me what's in the box. Don't know? Perhaps that's best. Means you can't be charged with being an accomplice to whatever crime might have occurred. Sorry, but I'll have to confiscate it and the shovel. We use these as evidence. Thanks for understanding. We'll be in touch. That's totally, what's her name from X-Files? Hey, what's up? Okay. I want to impress you. Oh boy. Oh, that's high-five. No, that's dance. There, laugh. It's Skulder or Mully. It's Skulder, I think. High five, Skulder. Dialogue minigame of Simlish. Yeah, Sai, this is Sims 2, baby. This is how it goes. And so you have to read the body language for the different types of social interactions that you engage in and respond properly. I don't talk. You did your thing. How are you today, my friend? I always wanted to get into the My Sim series, but I also don't. Oh, Sai, they're fun. They're really fun. Legitimately fun. I am... my sister-in-law, Zoe, that was one of their early games on the Wii. Oh, Jebediah, let's hug it out in the rain, my friend. It's okay, Jebediah Jerky. Whoa, hey, welcome. Diamethologo. Welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. Have you ever played The Sims 2 on the DS? Because it is actually not too bad, surprisingly. I'm Bogus Meat Factory. I play a lot of everything. New, old, you name it, I play it. I'm a variety streamer of all types with a massive love for old PC games and adventure games, MMORPGs, text adventures, and as well as just everything. There's no limitation. I have a massive passion and love for games of all types from all over the place. And we've been doing a wheel where we've been like just having a random pick of a DS game, give it a shot, and see if we want to do a full playthrough. And Sims 2, it's been enjoyable so far. He romances all of the games. Sai, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Are you aware of your rodent problem? It's disgusting. If I had a block of cheese and a hammer, I'd take care of it. Oh my gosh. What sort of games do you like, out of curiosity? I love gathering perspectives. So, like, I love hearing from folks the sort of stuff that they're like, whoa, what happened in here? Hold on, clean up the mice in the hotel by Wednesday. We can clean up the mice, but what the heck happened in here? Oh, those are mice. That's the problem. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to end that really quick. Oh, no, mouse. No. I'm not supposed to end it like that, I don't think, but whoops. I forget because I can just keep moving. Oh. Gotta blow. Give me that mouse. Anything else in the lobby? I think the lobby's clear. Rolex and IF and lots of stuff. Oh my gosh, IF. Talk to me about IF, my friend. What sort of interactive fiction do you like? Roguelikes and IF. I love the dichotomy because that's kind of my thing. Like, again, MMORPGs, fighting games, adventure games. So I feel this deep in my soul. Do you do more modern stuff, or are you a fan of like old school stuff? Nothing should make sense. There you go. That's the key right there. Nothing should make sense. Oh God. I rid the Hotel of Vermin. Yes. Awesome. But we still need to vacuum this stuff up. It's still a mess. What the heck? Oh, there's the action figures that she dumped everywhere. She said she dumped action figures everywhere. She wasn't joking. Gumball. Oh, crap. Okay. She wasn't lying when she said she dumped action figures everywhere. The Hotel Vault is a state-of-the-art facility designed to protect your patrons' valuables. Of course, no one but you knows the combination. I can print money? That's, what's his name? That's Facelli's. Mechanical skill point, pick up. Okay. I'll take the mechanical skill point. Playing a lot of Aaron Reed's 50 Years Lost. Lots of interesting stuff there. Awesome. Very nice. I recently played, I do a interactive fiction of the month club. Right now I've got to pick one for this month because life has been crazy busy. And but last month we did what Heart Heard of Ghost Guest, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it a whole bunch. It was very good. How are we doing on this stuff? The furnace is still full. My gosh, that tells you how much we are kind of like speedrunning this game or something. But yeah, what Heart Heard of Ghost Guest was really enjoyable. I very much liked that game. It was very fun. We're in the freezer. Don't know what the point of the freezer is either. Like, I can punch the meat, which I'll do for fun. Increase that sanity by punching meat. And I really love old text adventure games, and I'm trying to broaden my horizons to more modern IF, and I've enjoyed it a lot as well. I'm kind of more of a parser person than I am a Twine person, although Twine isn't. I'm not trying to like say one is better than the other. And I have also very much enjoyed some Twine games, a whole bunch. Okay. Manager, someone stole the pet bunyip I brought with me to the hotel. It's not acceptable. If you find it, can you turn it to me? Sure thing. Return your bunyip. I gotta restrain you, lady. Twine sucks, parser for life. Not true. Side, no. That actually was like I learning that was actually like a legitimate like rift in the community, the IF community and stuff. Because of that, where some people really were like, Twine isn't interactive fiction. Twine isn't because it doesn't have a parser. Okay, pep talk. I can't see you again. Hard mode with you, Tristan. You're always difficult with me. Oh, I didn't know what you were doing. I'm sorry. I think you needed a pep talk. Yeah, pep talk. Hug. So he's doing the body language, but it's hard to see because the camera is not working right. Of course. Sierra versus Scum. I mean, Sierra, come on now. Everybody's got lots of problems today. Okay, so I need to... Everybody's getting their pamphlet on. Look at you guys. Get your pamphlets, buddies. Yeah, pamphlet time. We need to go get some upgrades to our hotel while we're here. Build rooms. So, government lab. I mean, yeah. Let's do that. Spot and gym. Rat cave. I don't know if I want a rat cave. Secret warehouse? Sure. And then Asian Emporium? No, modern guest room. Let's get the more guest rooms. And a spa and gym. And then we'll go play some more, we'll play some more, to get money. Some more, Keel Hall. Oh, cheer up. Pepper Pete, cheer up, buddy. You got your horse from the ranch. I was not expecting UFOs. What do you mean? Wait. In what? Sai says I watched playthroughs of the first two Gabriel Knight games. What a fun series that's also dumb. No way, not dumb. Sai, what's dumb about Gabriel Knight? Oh, and Majora's Mask. Oh, okay. So, Fried Rice, do you want me to tell you this? I will tell you this if you want to hear it. Dumb in a fun way because Gabriel is dumb. Yes, Gabriel is dumb. We love dumb Gabriel. So, spoiler, it's not really a spoiler, but there's a thing that happens in Majora's Mask. If you don't want to hear it, just shh, quiet your ears for just a second. So, Fried Rice, there is a point in Majora's Mask in the ranch, right? They're being attacked by the UFOs and all that jazz. You escorted the older sister to get the cow mask. Okay. So on the very last day of, and like nighttime, right before everything ends, you can go to the ranch and and talk to them. They're in like their bedroom, and the little girl is all excited because her big sister, she's going to become an adult. She's becoming a grown-up because her big sister says it's okay for her now to drink some of the milk that the adults drink. And like, she's getting her little sister drunk so that she's not, and pass out before everything ends. Before the world ends. And like, my heart just exploded with sadness. But like, so sad. And the little girl's so excited. She's like, yes, I'm a grown-up. My sister says I'm a grown-up. I get to have this special drink that grown-ups drink. And then the older sister's like, this fucking sucks. Like, I hate this. I hate this. It is like so upset. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you hard right now. This is so freaking sad. And that was one of the things that just made me absolutely love Majora's Mask from there on out. Like, if you don't help the little sister, does she get abducted by the UFOs? Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game, just because it is so drastically different than what we typically like think of as Zelda in terms of just tone, and it's a broad range of emotions. Sakura, I hate time games too. I do. I really do. It did not affect me in the slightest. It didn't. I was unfazed by that. Surprisingly unfazed. To humor, Sakura. Because then you can only find the older sister, and she's saying, if I only knew. That made me sad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Fried Rice. That absolutely happened. Absolutely happened. To humor. But, it doesn't affect me at all with Majora's Mask, because you can slow down time dramatically, but more than that, you can, everything is kind of self-paced to a point where you will get access to the next dungeon before the time runs out, and you'll be able to like adjust accordingly and like kind of speed run it the second. Like it doesn't take you long to get to it again if you have to restart time. And then like the dungeons themselves, they aren't exceptionally long. You should be, like, people would typically be able to get through them pretty easily. Give me that lady. Thank you for the ladies. Alright, and I'm gonna get rid of Giuseppe. You took my Giuseppes. The time mechanic seems really well done in Majora's. It does. I normally can't handle it. Fried rice. That stuff typically makes me panic. Dramatically. And I didn't get that from here. Now watch this fun stuff. I'm going to discard this Hector Ghost. He's going to discard an extra. Watch out. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he did. See? Told you. Told you. Yep. You discard that ghost, he'll always give you that. Broken the system. Speedrunning the wonderful world of Keelhaul. And then bam, done. And we get double rewards for this right now. So this is fantastic. Okay. Hoping for some swabbies. No swabbies. Have a Giuseppe. I've got a really bad hand right now. Oh, dude, he's hitting me hard. Alright, I have an Morgana. I'll take the swabby. Have an old man in the sea. I'll take the lady. Yes, thank you for the lady. Aha! Then I can use my rum. And now I've got 2 Ectors and an old man in the sea. Have an old man in the sea. I don't want the Skelly. Lady? If I... Okay, so this is my thing. Have a Hector, so you give me Hector. And then I'm going to give you a Ghost Swabby, so you give me a Swabby, and then I'm done. Oh, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't have one. Morgana? Oh, Hector looks kind of familiar. Does it look like Hector? Oh, Mr. Gibleys. He does look a little Giblin. Oh my gosh, old man in the sea. I don't want Beardo. Have a Giuseppe. Oh my gosh. And that's it. He won the hand. Okay. What do we got? 2 cannons. I'll take the 2 cannons. Have a Beardo. Take old man in the sea. Have a Skelly. I'll take those Morganas. Thank you so much. But yeah, so like video games are awesome. Majora's Mask, awesome. It drives me wild. I struggle a lot with this concept that a lot of people have with Zelda in general. This idea that like Zelda has to be it's the toughest thing, right? It's the toughest game to like do, because for everybody's wanting this. They want the game to be incredibly traditional to Zelda, but also not be traditional to Zelda at all. And no matter what, they will be unhappy. And it's so weird, because like what's considered one of the most beloved Zelda games is Twilight Princess. I lost. Twilight Princess, right? That's one of my least favorite Zelda games. Because again, it's just so traditional. It's so safe. And it's got lots of pacing issues up the wazoo, but like, it's just, it's uninspired to me. I feel like they were making that to cater people in response to the major backlash that Wind Waker gave them, right? But it's beloved, and I'm just like, it's just the same old Zelda stuff. That's not for me. But people always have this like weird back and forth about what Zelda should be and what it shouldn't be. And so you look at something like Breath of the Wild and almost universally praised, except for those people that are like, I just want the same Zelda. I want Zelda. Like, I don't want anything else. And for me, like, that's not what I want out of Zelda. Have a lady. Okay, so Old Man in the Sea or Swabby. I throw Twilight Princess in the same category as Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. They're very similar in how they play. Yes, I would agree there 100%, and also that I would say that I actually don't enjoy Link to the Past that much. But that is, again, not to say that Link to the Past is bad, and I want to stress that over and over and over again, in case the people in the back don't hear it loud enough. That is not a slight on Link to the Past. It's just that I played that game and beat it much later in my like time span of what Zelda games I've played, and so for me that's just not. Oh, we are in a there we go. One that I value as much, and I do feel that a lot of. So with perception of games, right? There's two things that are a major factor. What did you experience first? And so typically what that means is just that, like, if you played Link to the Past in the zeitgeist of that, you hadn't played another game like it. So for you, that is revolutionary, and that is impactful and meaningful. And by no means is it diminishing of that experience if you now view it here and say its contemporaries are much better. Right? They're better than Link to the Past. But that does not diminish those experiences and the revolutionary design and genre definitions of what makes Zelda so interesting. Link to the Past holds a special place in my heart. Randomizer's so... Now, see, that's what's interesting too, Fried Rice. What's really great too is just that ability for people to add something new to Link to the Past to kind of make it more interesting and special. And randomizers, I think, are a really great way to do so. And I think randomizers are super cool. I'm a pro randomizer person. Although I will never probably play one, I very much love people who do. Dia says, Breath of the Wild was super fun. Such good atmosphere. Oh my gosh. Like, I love environmental storytelling. Like, that is huge for me, right? The ability to tell a story without having to tell a story. And Breath of the Wild does that so fantastically. I love that they set... This is a way that I very strongly view a lot of games in general. You do not have to over-design your game. And Breath of the Wild is not over-designed. To give you like an understanding of what that exactly means, is that what they did was they provided tools for people to play with. Oops, I don't want that one. Sorry. Is that they gave you the tools to play this game, and they didn't care if you abused the system. And that's so important to making a game fun. Fried Rice says, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, but I did sort of miss having my hookshot. Playing instruments, Fried Rice. Oh, you know me. Like that. If you could be Link, sit down at a campfire and bust out an ocarina or a freaking lute or just a lyra, whatever it is, a lyre. Sorry, lyre. Like, sign me up. Be fantastic. But like, Breath of the Wild, it's not so restrictive. And what is so important, I think, for modern game design now is for people to just kind of let it go. Persnickety Seacow says, I couldn't get past weapons breaking. I'm just too impatient, maybe. I would say so, Persnickety Seacow, because as you play, like, one, it's fun to switch things up and have to use different weapons all the time. Like, I actually enjoyed it. And two, there's a certain point where you're just like, Magic Super Fire Sword, I've got to set you down. I have an inventory full of awesome weapons right now. And there's also special weapons that you do get that you can repair. Like, it's not the end of the world. Fried Rice says, eventually weapon breaking becomes annoyingly a non-issue. Exactly. Annoyingly a non-issue. I would say yes. I did like them breaking, though. Dia says they loved it breaking because also like roguelikes and dying all the time. Exactly. Inventory management. I feel like it's not heavy inventory management, but there's a tiny bit there. And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. It was like planning, right? I enjoy planning where you see a situation right in front of you and you're like, okay, how am I going to address this situation? You're like, okay, so I'm going to need to beef up for this. I'm going to need to go get some cooking going. I have these materials. Let me go cook some stuff to buff up my stats so I can come into the situation a little more prepared. This thing here, okay, he's got really big, powerful strokes. Like, I need to go a little quicker. We need to do a little faster things. And, like, you know, okay, I'm going to jump down and ride on his back. Like, that sort of stuff, like, you know. And so there's a lot of planning involved in Breath of the Wild and improvisation that is, I think, incredibly inventive and brilliant because it, again, part of that lack of restraint. Dia says, Link can carry a lot of fully cooked meals, that's for sure. That's the truth, oh my gosh. And it never goes sour either. And so when you give people agency in how they want to approach situations without creating a very linear tool set. So like for instance, right, there's a lot of games where you look at a game like Deus Ex, right? And Deus Ex is like, okay, you can go in guns blazing, you can go in stealth, you can go in tech. Like, there's your three options. And we have designed meticulously the three different paths that you can take to approach scenarios. That's not a bad design idea, but it is still restrictive even in how you approach situations. And with Breath of the Wild, it was very much like, here are the 20-some tools that you can utilize. Figure it out. Just go for it. Whatever. It's fine. They weren't like, we have placed this person in a very specific area, where then which this tool is the most optimal one, clearly. And it's like, no, it just kind of lets you play with it. Stickity says, I appreciate your counters, but you're the first people I've met that say Breakable Weapons was part Breath of the Wild breaking ground with design. Oh, well, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't say that the Breakable Weapons is revolutionary by any stretch of the imagination, and it has its pluses and its minuses. So it's not the best, but it is by no means a game breaker, much like the weapons themselves. I have wanderlust in almost everything that I do, right? In games, I flit and flutter. I'll go to completion, but I'll never overstay my welcome. And I always have to move. And I always have to try different things. I never have like just a groove that I typically get into. And Breath of the Wild, because of the way that the weapons break and stuff like this, it makes me really think things through and how I want to approach things. And when you play it in like master mode, there's definitely, you are being very strict in how you use those weapons, because if the enemy's blocking and you hit them, you don't want that to happen. Every strike has to hit and strike true. Otherwise, breaking them, that might be your only weapon at that point. Morgan's feet backstory. Sakanako, what? Oh my god. I love your... Wow, Sakanako, that was beautiful. I definitely like the breaking weapons. See, Sakanako, yes! Seven Castle Forest focuses Seaver defending weapon durability in here, which always gets interesting. Where do you stand on this, Seven Castle Forest? I do also say that weapon durability is very specific to a very specific type of game and a very specific style, right? Getting the Master Sword was kind of a drag, to be honest. The way that you get the Master Sword, Sakanako, yes. It was like a clarion call telling me to finish the game off. I think the way that you get the Master Sword is kind of a drag, but the Master Sword itself is not a drag. Conan in Quarantine says, hey, I like the breaking weapons hot take. It's not a hot take. Why does everybody think that was such a big deal? It was not such a big deal. I think that what happens there is people saw it and freaked out. What was that? There's people talking in the game. People freak out, you know, and it shuts down. And how I always like to do things, I thought it kept things interesting. I'm with you. So what happens when I play a game, and this is, again, No, Persika, and again, I don't want to think that I'm beating up on you. I want to stress this. I think it's totally okay to see like that's not for me. It doesn't work for me. It impeded. It was and you have a point in saying, like something like the weapon breaking is a pace stopper. It shuts down the pace, you know, and Breath of the Wild definitely has pacing problems. I'm cool with Breath of the Wild weapon durability since you find weapons everywhere. I despise games that force you to leave the combat area and go back to town to repair at a smith or whatever. Yeah, and what's funny though, Seven Castle Forest, is there's certain special weapons that you can go and get repaired, and I never did it. Because I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so, you know. But I think that pacing, the argument of weapons breaking is... when people say like, oh, I hate inventory management, what they really hate is putting the brakes on the pace and on the momentum. And I will say that weapon breaking can very much do that. I wanted to say my Diamond Steel, same, absolutely. Most people who talk vocally about Breath of the Wild are on the side of hating the breaking in my experience. It's true. Frederick says, I like having to improvise with non-ideal weapons, but then you get the Master Sword and you'll never break another weapon again. I know, but the Master Sword still isn't the best weapon, though, unless it's fully charged and it's ready to go, you know? Like, I never thought that the Master Sword was great, in general. But, yeah, pacing. There you go. So if anyone ever wants to sit there and talk about it, always talk about putting the brakes on the pacing. And you have this momentum built up. The weapons break. You gotta put a stop. It pushes the brakes, and that's not a bad. I mean that's not a hot take. Like that's a good argument against the weapons breaking. Lip says, I feel like they did horses badly in Breath of the Wild. About the time you get one, they're practically obsolete. Yeah, Lip, I never did horses much at all. In all honesty, I never really did, because one, exploration and discovery is so huge that you're stopping all the time if you're on a horse. I really missed it. I didn't do much with it because horses weren't necessary. You could move pretty quickly through. You had ways to get a lot of momentum and a lot of movement and diversity of ways you move. And so it never was my thing. So kind of because I use my horse a lot. This is so interesting, right? And that's a testament though to what makes Breath of the Wild so great. That everybody has these different takes of like, oh, I did that all the time. Oh, you never did that? And it's like, no, I never did that stuff. It wasn't my thing. And it's like, oh, but I did all the time. Frederick says, my issue with the horses has to do with the music. If you just ride the horse during the day, the music gets really cool. Soundwave says, a game that did deterioration of weapons well in System Shock 2. It's tense enough that it's a concern, but you can get repair skills and just such to stretch the life. I like that. Yeah, I also like Sakura very much. In the beginning of a game where durability and things, there's a major issue, and then at a certain point it becomes a non-issue, but I like that when it's a non-issue, it's not inventory management related, where now you can easily like extend the life and not have to worry about it as much. And like you have clearly progressed to a point where you have made that mechanic obsolete, but it's designed obsolescence. Seven Castle Forest says, I think I rode horses exactly twice during my 90 hours. Yeah, I barely did it. Frederick says, but you'll never ride the horse long enough to hear it. Oh, this is true. Because you're always stopping and seeing something. And and it's not a dense game, but it is a curious game where you're always seeing something and being like, I want to see what's up there. And then you get off the horse, you get up there. Like, you do those things. And also, the fact that your horse can die and you have to go to the horse ferry to get it revived, like, I'm not risking it. That horse is staying alive. Seven Castle says, Breath of the Wild was great in terms of letting the player decide how they wanted to play it. Total opposite of a game like Skyward Sword, which is much more prescribed. Seiko says, I have horses in real life, so of course I thought it was a bit interesting to be able to collect them. The horse fair is a hoot. Yeah, I liked collecting them, Persinki Seiko, and I loved riding animals and kind of taming them. I did. I loved that aspect of it, but I never, used them efficiently. I never used them mechanically for anything, really. I always like being on the ground. Sakanako says, weirdly, I'm suddenly thinking about Death Stranding. Sakanako, I have Death Stranding and I need to play it. Oh, man. Sakanako, if I have time, I might spend some time with that. When I found Zilla's horse, it was awesome. Yes, fried rice. Sakanako says, and how much of these aspects it shares with Breath of the Wild, but more extreme on the breakable, etc. front. Yeah, Sakanako, I think you're absolutely right. It came at a time where traversal becomes really important, and how we climb and overcome obstacles, right? And the way that they implemented kind of the multiplayer aspect of it. I thought of Breath of the Wild the moment that I saw them showing off like mechanics of that game and its traversal. I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Like that was I picked it up right away. But like it does its own thing. It does it very differently. And what's fun also is, so I really want to do Death Stranding. One of the big reasons why is because I want to go into it now, where the zeitgeist is gone. What is that world like now? What have people placed and maintained? Because when I played Metal Gear Solid 5, long after the game was done and over years and years later, and to see that there are people still like working diligently in that game, it made me just be like, who are you? Like, I need to know your story. Why are you here right now? Why are you still keeping the fires lit? What compels you to do this? Because to me, that is so interesting. I want to hear that person's story. Just thinking, Zika says, especially since horse teeth never stop growing. Ugh, horse teeth, ugh. Fried Rice says, you can also get Ganondorf's horse too. Really? Okay, cool, interesting. Okay, yeah, facility, whatever, lady. Alright, calm down, Misty Waters. Hands in the air. I did think of Breath of the Wild and Death Stranding. Both games totally looking at the vista and thinking, how do I get up there? And what methods you try. Exactly. And so when you talked about like, hey, the thing you love about Breath of the Wild is like it giving you all these options. It doesn't give you options. It gives you tools. And then you approach things your way. It's not like what I said previously, it's not like Deus Ex, where it gives you options. You have 3 different paths. We've designed the specific way that you're going to engage in that world based on the different path that you're going to take, the different style that you're going to do. With, oh, I'm thirsty. With, oh, your heart's broken. I'll cheer you up. With, Breath of the Wild, oh, shoot, sorry, it's too late to hit the button. It doesn't over-design it. How do we talk about Outward in this discussion? Lip! I love it. Sorry, we're playing The Sims 2, and we are running a hotel. There's actually a linear story here, but right now what we're doing is cheering some people up who are having a tough time. These are guests of our hotel, and we want to make sure that they're happy the entire time by doing this little mini game, by reading their body language and responding in kind. We're actually about to go. I need to get a drink of water, and then we have to go do some stuff for a mob boss. He's probably gonna talk to us in a minute once we go outside and stuff. Hi, I'd like to buy a drink, please. A Safari Delight smoothie or the Lion's Pride smoothie? Mango and cantaloupe or banana, orange, and passion fruit? Or durian, starfruit, and prune. I need to poop. Let me poop. I am on board with the durian. Everybody's so upset right now. You okay? Pepper Pete, chill, buddy. Don't fight me. Hands in the air. So yeah, like, it's so fun when you let people break your game, especially when it's a single player game. Like, it's not hurting anybody that they're breaking it. Breath of the Wild did not care if you abused the system to your advantage to accomplish your goals. And like, how can you hate that? It's such a great... Hey, Dabadachia, how's it going, dude? Oh, Pepper Pete and I are going to share a moment. Pepper Pete, you gonna wash hands? Okay, let's take a shit together, buddy. Synchronized pooping. Look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. How's the old brown eye going, Pepper Pete? You doing good? Oh, you're staying regular. That was quick. My the prunes are already hitting me. I love there's no doors. Oh, Pepper Pete, were you double deucing me? Pepper Pete, were you double deucing me? You better wash those hands. He double deuced me and just walked out. I'm not going to share a meal with that man. That's for sure. Double deucing me. Sits down to take a dump. Sees that I'm next to him. Moves over to the next stall. I feel so betrayed right now. Somebody dumped action figures. That's just why we're doing this. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. $20 die on a ladybug. Okay. We need to go back in. I have to go outside. Somebody's mad. You okay? You're okay. Who's mad? What's the matter, dude? You're fine. Why are you getting all crouchy? You're fine. Oh, I'm sleepy. Time to go sleep. Oh my gosh. My poor room. Hold on. Okay. Pretzel. I don't need the gum. Thank you. Oh, I don't need to do that. I do that every time. You don't need to put that away. Glowing rock. Oh geez, there's so much stuff here. What is this? What is this? Business skill point? Is there... I have to replace Otto Sharif's missing pet Bunyip by Wednesday at 11:58 p.m. I buried the wiggling chest. Didn't I? Didn't I? I thought they took the chest. I'm so confused about the wiggling chest. And I gotta replace a Bunyip apparently. The chest got confiscated, yeah. I know, dude. Oh, what is that? Okay, you're just tired. I'm gonna get you to sleep, buddy. I'm just getting these action figures. Collecting these action figures. Any more dirt? That's it. Perfect. Okay, let's go sleep. Thank you for streaming DS games. I'm sure whatever method you're using, there were tech hurdles involved. Actually, not too bad. Melon DS is a really great emulator, actually. It's not too bad at all. I'm emulating because I'm not. I will only do real hardware in a situation where you can only do real hardware. So like, for instance, you know, I can't emulate... So what is that saying? He's hungry? He's got a cold? What is he saying? Get food. I don't know what that is saying. Can you just adjust the size of the bottom screen for games that don't utilize that much? Absolutely. You can. You can absolutely make that be the primary screen and kind of be like the thing that is emphasizes and focuses on. There's so many action figures, my god. And I don't know what replacing a Bunyip is. What the heck is a Bunyip? Do you have a Bunyip? You don't have a Bunyip. What is a Bunyip? I don't know what a Bunyip is. I'm gonna go back in the desert though also to see what the heck, if I can bury that thing now. Because I don't know why. It still tells me that I need to do that. Godappy, how's it going? Oh, we're back. Good to see you, Godappy. How are you, my friend? Yeah, it's gone. I don't know. Weird. USA, USA. Why USA? Why are we chanting USA? Oh, it doesn't make a lick of sense. It's okay though. It's okay. It doesn't need to make a lick of sense. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't need to. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yo, dude. There you are, asshole. Did you take care of that little thing I gave you, the little package? Excellent. Now let's just forget we ever talked about it. Let's just forget the whole thing. What box exactly? I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, that's what I needed to do. I just needed to talk to him. The bunyip, though. What is a bunyip? They lost their pet bunyip. Oh my gosh. There's so much. The stupid action figures. Is it a gnome? We're making money though, like I don't mind. So many action figures. So many action figures. Is that the bunyip? That's an eraser. More dirt here? Nope, we're good. I'll take 104. I was looking at you running around in your 2000s wide-cut jeans in the obvious southwestern desert with your green spiky mohawk and wife beater, and it seemed like the most American thing I've ever seen. You know what? That's also very true. And the sideburns. Look at the sideburns. I got electric green sideburns too. Like that is very, very, oh my god, hold on, there's dirt over here. I saw you, Dirt. Wait, did you disappear, Dirt? You did. Weird. This stuff only randomly spawns. It can go away just by leaving and coming back. There's a sanity meter? What kind of Lovecraftian horror game is this? It's a beautiful one, isn't it? It's so beautiful. So, what happens there is they replaced the needs of a sim and boiled it down to just a singular sanity. If you go insane, you get probed by the Greys. It's true. You do actually get probed by the Greys. Just a moment, asshole. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I don't know if you're aware of this, but according to my investigations, I've determined that Frankie Vasily is up to something funny. I know you've been in close contact with him for some time, so what I'd like you to do is wear a wire for a while. The next time you see Mr. Vasily mad, talk to him. Calm him down while getting information from him. We'll be listening, hoping he says something stupid, just one little slip-up and he's ours. Okay, so just gotta go talk to him. Cool. Tira Marista, my friend. I'm glad that, so like we had these moments where a story was kind of gated off by certain events that require time, and now that's not the case anymore, which I'm happy about. Don't fight me, Mr. Vasily. I love you. But don't treat me like that. And don't fight me. He's going fast. I will not talk to the hand. I will talk to you. I apologize for that outburst, asshole. But things are starting to get a little hot around here. Ever since Jimmy disappeared, I've had this feeling like someone's onto me. For what? What do you mean for what? I've been laundering money in Strangetown since the day I got here. You know, taking stolen money and making it untraceable. What did you think I was doing here, vacationing? Boy, you want the brightest bulb. Freeze, Vasily! You aren't going anywhere. Actually, I prefer my pasta fresh, not frozen like, gah! It's the FBI! Run! Halt or I'll shoot you with something. Maybe a camera. Dang it, I forgot my taser gun. Oh, forget it. I'm tired of running away. I need to rest. Go on, cuff me. Take me away. My lawyers will have a way out in a few days anyway. In the meantime, I could use a little R&R. Oh, an asshole. Here's the cash I owe you for my stay. Keep up the good work. How much has he given me? Thanks for all your help, asshole. I couldn't have done it without you. Or I suppose I could have, but it wouldn't have been fun. Just 1,000, boo. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to make a snowman in the freezer. Now I'm trapped here. Help. You're just gonna have to die in the freezer now. I'm sorry, buddy. That's just the rules. We have to go sit. Thanks, asshole. Quite surprised to find such a quaint hotel in the middle of this errant dust bowl. How old is it? Rather recent for my tastes. I prefer buildings with a little history. A lot of stories and a damp, dark mausoleum. But how many of those are there, really? Your hotel will do for now. I'm Abacadabra, and I think I'll be renting a fine suite for quite a while. I've just come into a little bit of money, you see, and I intend to spend it lavishly. The penthouse, eh? Very good. It's a pleasure doing business with you, asshole. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of each other. Ta-ta. Picking the name asshole is the best. It is the best, because they say it so much. See, that's the thing. When you're given the opportunity to pick your name, right? In a JRPG, it's not common that they're going to say your name very much, typically, right? But I'm coming to rescue you, Pepper Pete. Thank you for saving me. I owe you my life, but you'll have to wait until I'm not using it. Okay. But like, especially when there's all this crime going on, I thought it was pronounced Ash Ole. But like, there's some instances where it works perfectly. So like, you look at like when I played Shining Force, I named my character Poop, right? And at the very end, Poop sacrifices himself to get everybody off of this sinking island. And the people are like, no, it can't be. Maybe there's still a chance. Maybe Poop will still come out. And like, it's hilarious. And yeah, wash your hands, Pepper Pete. Do not touch that meat with those hands. Oh God, he's in there with that meat. Pepper Pete! No! Pepper Pete, I saw you with the meat. Do not touch the meat. I'm gonna evict you, Pepper Pete, with your unsanitary nature. This is not FDA approved. Get out of here, thank you. Gnome guy, he took a shit. He did a double deuce. Okay? He did a double deuce. That is where you sit down to take a poop in the stall, you begin the process, pinch it off for a second, get up and move to a different stall, and complete the process. He did a double deuce because he didn't like me being next to him. And then he didn't wash his hands. And then he got trapped in the freezer and was fiddling with the meat with his poop-stricken hands. Not acceptable. You know, Pepper Pete was like my favorite, and now he's my least favorite. It's not great. It's not going well for you, Pepper Pete. I'm not happy about it. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. We got some gourds. I gotta sell my gourds. Upper deckers are acceptable though. Like, are you telling me that upper deckers are not socially acceptable? I'm confused. I thought upper deckers were totally okay. What's wrong with an upper decker? I am the hotel manager though. Mama Hog, I'm here to romance you. Serenading my Mama Hog. Oh, she wanted to see my muscles. Oh, that. Oh wait. Oh, that was Kiss. She's. What? No. Oh no, I missed out my ability to. No. She did the things. What's wrong, Giuseppe? Cheer up, buddy. You okay, Giuseppe? It's okay, buddy. Giuseppe. Mezzo alto. Good night, Sakura. Have a wonderful night. And I hope you're feeling better, by the way, Sakura. It could be worse. He could have a hook for a hand. That would make the bathroom situation a lot more difficult. I did pep talk. Mama Hog. Yes. Mama Hog, one day you'll be mine. Why are you mad, dude? Calm down, Big Bucks. What's the matter? Don't fight me. I'm glad you feel at least a little reasonable. Thank you, Mama Hog, for fixing that up. Don't talk to me that way. Calm down, big bucks. Giuseppe, you ready to be cheered up now? Dude? It's okay, Giuseppe. I got you. See, he did that, and I did pep talk, and it didn't work. Which is weird. He doesn't like hugs, I'm guessing. Giuseppe's not a hugger. That's sad. I'm a hugger. Oh, you are a hugger! Oh, let's bring it in, buddy. I love you. You're right, asshole. There's no good reason to stay sad for so long. Surround sound to Ra. Seven Castle, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, my friend, for coming in and hanging out. It means the world to me that you would gift me with your time, and that is the most valuable thing in the world, and I appreciate the conversation. Thank you so much. Doctor, I'm getting this strange throbbing pulsing sensation in my nuts. And hold on, you're not my doctor. Oh, hold on. Options. I can't believe I didn't set that. I can't believe I didn't set that. We've been going all this time without that as my ringtone. Alright, I need to... Pepper Pete. I can't see you. God, this is going to be impossible. Okay. He didn't put his hand to his chest. Hand to the chest. I long to sign the Adventure Zog. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for picking up on it. That's the plan. I love me some Quest for Glory. Favorite Sierra Adventure Game series, followed up by Gabriel Knight series. Gabriel Knight 2 is one of the best FMV adventure games ever made. It's such a fantastic game. And Quest for Glory, oh. I'm gonna hit you all with a hot take. Okay? I don't know if any of you have ever been here for I went through the entire Quest for Glory series a couple years ago, 2 years ago. You have your box here, so you want to be a hero? Hold on. This is a little crusty. It's a bit crusty, but this was my first Quest for Glory game, and it's the same box from my childhood of Quest for Glory 3. It's very crusty. That was my first one. And it's also my least favorite Quest for Glory. But that's like saying, you know, what's your favorite Disney movie? Like, what's the best Disney movie? There's not a bad Disney movie. Are you going to say 5 is the best? Go Dappy. Here's my ranking. You ready for my ranking? My ranking is 4, 1, 5, 2, 3. 5 is very good. I'm going to say it now. 5 is good. It has the worst combat. But what Quest for Glory games combat system has been great. Right? So here's the thing. Persnickety Sea Cow, 5 is good, even more so if you go from beginning to end. So like, go through the series. Take that character along the entire time. If you loved the thieving stuff, 5 is really good. The thief's side stories are really good. The side quests for the thief and they're kind of wrapping up their storyline is very fulfilling and very enjoyable. That was how I experienced it. I will probably go through it again with a different class and character and go through the whole series again sometime soon. 4 had worse fighting than 5. No, I don't think that 4 had worse fighting. 4 had inconsequential fighting. I never had to use it. I never had to use it. I always just did auto. But like, if you actually did it, it was pretty fun. But like, you never needed to. You never needed to. But 5. So like, when people always talk about 5 being not Quest for Glory because of the interface being different. It's not the traditional Sierra, interface that they had, and it being like a weird actiony combat. Like, that stuff's so inconsequential. What makes Quest for Glory has never been its combat or its interface. What has made Quest for Glory so interesting and enjoyable has been its characters, its tone, and its themes of being a hero and what it means to be a good person. And Quest for Glory 5 does all of those things very well. GoDavid says, try to kill a rabid bunny with a dagger. Not on auto. I know it's hard. It's hard. Until you learn the crazy spin move that you get as a thief. And it's RPG progression. Yep. And Baba Yaga. Yes, Lip. The characters. And not just characters, but like just the way that the characters are presented and how they grow and change over time as you play, and how they kind of bond with the characters and they get used to your presence there. You're building a reputation in a place that you haven't been before, and how through your actions and work, you're actually creating a familiarity with them and a bonds with them and connections. And that has always been what Quest for Glory has been about, is connections, which is also part of why I think that it is my favorite Sierra adventure game series and one of my favorite adventure game series just in general. And Quest for Glory 5 does that so well. It creates a wonderful atmosphere. The characters you still bond and connect with. Gnome Anne. Look, I don't have crushes on characters. Gnome Anne, I have a crush for. Like, I'm mad that she wasn't. You could only romance Noir and Katrina and Irana. No, Gnome Anne. I loved Gnome Anne so much. Dude, Ranger, swoon. She was the sweetest, nicest person. Gnome and Claycher, yeah. No man's in. But like, I loved Gnome Anne. She was such a great character. And like, I thought she was just so sweet and kind and like just the best. And like, all the thief stuff. And like, a lot of people said that they did not like that there was a lot of characters that are in it that they felt like they didn't need to be. But like, if only she could cook or hire a cook. Kodapi, yeah. Oh man. Oh, her cook. She needs, look, they're family. You gotta let them stay. They gotta stay. They're family. But people would chastise Quest for Glory 5 for having characters in it that they felt stood out of place, you know? And I'm like, well, they actually tell you they're going there. Like, every character in all the games that are in Quest for Glory 5 are like, I'm gonna go there. That's where I want to be. And they end up being there. And so, like, it's so funny sometimes to watch people be like, it's so weird that person's there. It's like, they literally said, thanks for all this. I'm going to go there in Quest for Glory 1. Across the game. And they always did this. These callbacks were so great. And having these recurring characters that you really love and respect and you connect with. And all of that stuff just works so well. It works so well. And it's just part of what makes that game so special and interesting. And I wish we saw more of it. I wish we saw a lot more of it in these types of games. If you went around in the 90s, it would be extremely hard to understand how progressive that was. So much so. Gee, I'm glad I caught you, asshole. Is this a bad time? No? Good. I was just curious if this hotel had any small conference type rooms to rent out for large groups. It needs to be small and dark with no windows at all, actually, and have a reinforced locking door, one that locks from the inside. I know it's an odd request, but I'm hoping to organize a meeting for my cult this company sometime in the next month for a yoga party. So if you could just clear out a quiet, isolated room like that, it'd be really cool. Or maybe you could just build one. I guess we'll go build one for you. Crazy lady. The one flop you didn't want to corrupt was the floppy with your character exports on it. Exactly. Oh, we gotta let this ringtone play out. Okay. Hey, isn't it standard practice to have a refrigerator in hotel rooms? Because I'd like one now. Arafusili, you got a refrigerator in there, baby. I'll get you one. It's fine. I've got to go run some errands real quick. I'll get you a refrigerator. Chill. And we don't see that in many games nowadays, even, of like the ability to go and have your character carry over into other games. That was happening a lot in old PC games. You look at like the Gold Box games and an Ultima, and even like importing an Ultima 2 character into, or a Bard's Tale character into Ultima. I think that was the case. Like you could import characters from a whole bunch of different games. It was so weird. The Bovine Shrine. Okay, Bovine Shrine. So that's getting built. That'll take 8 hours. So like that's where the gate is right now. But it comes at a perfect time where we're supposed to be ending soon. I gotta go buy a refrigerator, and then I'm going to do a little bit of gambling to get some money up, and then we'll probably call it a night. Oh, cheer up, Jebediah. I'm sorry, buddy. Cheer up, buddy. But seriously, Quest for Glory as a series, worth playing. And I would even say that it's perfectly acceptable. I always say this with all adventure games, that you should never feel bad about having to use guides to get through games, as long as you're using those guides to understand the puzzles and why they're there in the first place, and the way that they're set up and such, because that's what's really important, more than just getting the answer. So if you're just reading through the guides and just going through the motions, it's not as enjoyable. But using the guide to be able to help guide you is very acceptable. It's very okay to have that experience that way, because as long as you're getting something out of it besides just like, oh, I just want to rush through the progression, like, it's like, no, that's not really how that works. Understand it at least. Try to at least. Okay, so where is she? Hey, Vasily. Give a gift. Oh, that's not... Oh. Hold on. What happened to your refrigerator? Do you not have a fridge? She really doesn't have a fridge. What happened to your fridge? Oh, I gotta put it in there. Dang it. I gotta go buy another fridge. Damn it. It took me 2 years to beat Quest for Glory 4. I was a very dumb child. I'm a dumb adult too, but I was a dumb child. Thanks, Mitch Hedberg. So here's the thing. I've got you beat on the time it takes to beat a puzzle. It's not a contest. I'm sorry. It's not a contest. But I'm going to tell you a story about a puzzle that really stumped me. And it took me an incredibly long time to be able to figure that out. No, I'm more dumber. Space Quest 4. Space Quest 6. Sorry, not Space Quest 4. Space Quest 6. A young bogus meat factory. Loving the game, by the way, and the fact that its demo is a standalone game experience is also very cool. I'm gonna put your fridge right here because I don't give a hoot. There we go. Bam. Cool. It is, and some of you may know if you've ever played Space Quest 6, it's the Churlish puzzle. I was a young teen. I didn't know jack squat about what that meant and how to solve that puzzle. And I didn't have access to the internet. And so, like, I mean, when did Space Quest 6 come out? I'm going to look this up real quick. When did Space Quest 6 come out? Space Quest 6 came out in 1995. So I was, at the time I was 12. It was 4 years later, when I was 16, I took a trip to my aunt's mansion. I had a rich aunt. We were not at all in any wealth. I was living in poverty, but she was rich. And I got to go to her home in Rhode Island. And they had internet. And I went there to print off the guide from scratch, print off the entire guide to Space Quest 6 so I could read that. I've got my Space Quest 4 box right here. I don't know if I played 6. Oh, really? You never found my precious item, did you? That's okay. Next time I won't leave my stuff unattached. I'm sorry, Otto Sharif. I don't know what the heck you were talking about. I don't know what that thing is that you were talking about. Dude, Persnickety Sea Cow. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I love to see pictures. I love to see pictures of boxes. I like big boxes. My prized possession. I don't have a lot of. I don't collect. I don't do that stuff. I think that PC big boxes though are really cool, but I don't collect really. I collect novelty things like a Virtual Boy, and that sort of stuff. But I don't buy it just to collect it. Like I buy it to experience it and play it. But I have one box that is my favorite box. My favorite box in the world. I wish I could have afforded the better tier one. When this was announced, I had to immediately get it because I was like, "Yep, it's my Mist box." Oh, sweet, sensual Mist. Oh, it's got pages for the journal, for your own like little journal. If I knew calligraphy, I would totally. And it includes all of the games in a secret compartment. Physical of all of them on modern hardware. So all Mist games, physical copies, as well as in a little secret box for whatever you like. My wife put something in there, like a mug, I think. And you can put and each disc, the slipcover on each of the discs, has a space so that you can put them as the viewing panel inside the book. And oh dude, they actually, when they release this, there's a higher tier one that gives you an actual like screen that plays the original Mist like linking book fly through. They buried the goods somewhere in the desert. Now we got 6 hours to dig it up. Hold on, I'm getting another call. Oh, we got buried treasure. I kind of want to do that. Let's go find the buried treasure. And then we gotta call it a night. Oh, the rain. This is cool to see the rain though. Like, we never saw the weather effects. What is those? Was that cow? Were you talking? Were you talking, Mr. Bull? What did you say to my cows, Mr. Bull? Call it a night. I just got here. This is against the rules. Oh, well, I mean, I got things I gotta do. All right, let's get out our metal detector. Oops. Recharge at the hotel reactor. Oh, I gotta go to the hotel reactor. Never mind. I gotta go to the hotel reactor and recharge it there. Okay. Persnickety Sea Cow, that's not a bad idea. The Mist remake is fantastic, especially when they re-implemented the original FMV sequences, which I think should always be the case. One of the things I'm very tired, apparently. One of the things I'm most concerned about with the Riven remake is how they're going to implement the FMV sequences, because I think that those are really important, especially for Riven. I always go nuts about Riven. So, for those that don't know, Mist is like my all-time favorite game series. Just period. I love Mist, and I love Mist, I love Riven, I love Uru, I love Mist Online, and I love Mist 5. Mist 3 and 4, they're fine. They're fine. They're just not. They're not very misty for me. I just don't enjoy the plot. What about Pissed? Pissed counts too. Love me Pissed. No, I actually really despise Pissed, but that's okay. Pissed has its... What are you doing, dude? Why was that sniffing? Do you need a shower or something? What's going on? But with Riven and its FMV sequences, I always talk to folks about, like, you don't understand. The camera sequence has a person walking or running like past you, going into a machine, into a gondola, right? And you see him inside the machine, manipulating the machine, having it turn around and go off in a direction while still seeing him in it. And like, that's so big. That's such a big deal. Like, I don't think you realize how hard it is to do that. That's so stupid hard. It's stupid hard. And they did that. The mad people did it. They didn't have to do that. Whoa. Oh, this is the room. He's building it. That's the the thing. Yo, dude, you okay? Calm down, Otta. Chill out, buddy. I gotta recharge my metal detector. No. But Riven, Mist Online. Mist Online is just... I love Mist Online so much. I can't stress to you. I cannot stress to you just how much Mist Online is the best thing ever. And why it deserves all of the love in the world. And how I just need to go be put into a position... I always find this really funny. Like, I don't, oh, he's building all this stuff. He's building all this. I don't stream and stuff to be like internet famous or anything like this, but I've always talked about like, what would be the one thing you would do if you were internet famous? And the thing that I would do is get everybody to play Mist Online. Just, I want more than anything in games and like when talking about games is to get people to go into these older games that have like online communities that are now mostly dead or dormant, and to get them to experience it and kind of experience the game as if it was brand spanking new. Because it's so fascinating when somebody will go into an old game, like an old MMO or something like this, and they've never played it before, and the first thing they do is go to the wiki. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You have an opportunity right now, to be able to experience the zeitgeist. I don't know what this is. What does this do? Oh. Lead rock. Copper bar. The zeitgeist of experiencing a brand new game or an old game as if it was brand spanking new. So like trying to figure out like, okay, what is the goal here? What is the secrets? What's the purpose and point of these certain facets and features? How do I navigate this world in a way that is going to be productive for me? And how do I utilize the environment and the mechanics, and how do I get good at this game? How do I find things? Where are the quests, and where are the locations of these quests, and like the guides to these things, just by playing and experiencing it instead of looking it up online. We have this opportunity, and people don't use it. Instead, they're like, I'll just look it up, and you can create this kind of very great community experience that would be just fantastic, and people just don't choose to do that. They're either like, well, the game has been explored, I'm not going to explore it anymore. That's not what I'm going to do. Or I'm just going to look up the wiki if I go into this game. And then you lose some of the magic of discovery completely. And I've talked to that with my good friend Lip, moderator here in the Discord. We've talked a lot about, what is this? That's their lost fridge. Someone stole her fridge. I gotta get back. We gotta go. And we've been playing Outward. It's a really great kind of third-person action RPG. And I just made it. Oh my gosh, look at my sanity. And it's a third-person action RPG that has kind of a little bit of survival elements to it, but it's a handcrafted RPG with lots of adventure. And of course, the game has been chronicled by people like extensively, but does that then mean that we have to utilize those resources? No, not at all. We've been co-oping our way through the game and having an insane amount of fun just discovering and figuring things out on our own. And yeah, it's not the most efficient way to play, but why should it be efficient? Why do we have to be efficient? And so old MMOs have viability and they have worth to this modern day because the majority of people haven't played those games. They don't know everything about them. We got walloped by dinosaurs. I know, that was the best. We don't know. You don't know everything about that game. You never played it. And so for you, that's brand spanking new. And what's even more awesome is that the people who are playing the game that are old guard, that are in that game world right there and then, they're not telling you when you ask a question, they're not like, go check the wiki. They're like, hi, let me talk with you. Oh my gosh, you're actually a new person playing this game? Like, that's amazing. What do you think of it so far? I've been playing this game since 1999, and like, oh, this is what my experiences from this. If you need any tips, just let me know. They aren't gonna spoil it for you, and they may even give you a little bit of like starting cash. Like, here, have a little bit of cash for you. Like, they aren't gonna sit there and ruin the game experience for you typically, and like, just enjoy that moment. And they want nothing more to see those new bloods coming in and being like, I'm genuinely curious. And what's so fascinating is that a lot of people will typically react with incredulity. Like, are you really new? GoDaddy says, we could ruin it by creating a large community and dragging in the lowest common denominators. So how I always say this, right, is that for me, I have never been a person... I am a person who is very strong in my convictions and my morals of how I believe this world should be and how we should treat people and everyone. And I stick very true to that. Like, I don't... Oh, he's still bullying. We have a lot when we come back to this game. We have a lot to see. I will never be in a position where I will be like, I'll take anybody. Oh, I get to have a giant community, but I just have to allow anyone that wants to be here to be here. I'm like, no, I'm not going to allow bigotry. I'm not going to allow hate. These sorts of things are just not allowed or welcome. And sure, that will stifle my quote unquote growth. That's fine. I don't care. I care far more about having people that I want to be here, that I think are good people and enjoyable people to be a part of this community. And so when I say like, oh, I want to get people to go in and play these MMOs, I want those people would be going in there not because I'm there. They're going there because I feel that the game is something that they would enjoy. Liv says, you let me stay around. No, Liv, you're fantastic. I love you. Oh, have a Morgana. Have another Morgana. Oh my gosh, it's just Morganas for days. Old Man of the Sea. Oh, I took my Old Man of the Sea. And so for me, I'm never concerned about that, because if ever that were to happen in my life, which it never will, but if it ever were to, the folks who are in this chat, the folks who are hanging out still with me to this day, are people who would be respectful of that community and respectful of the ideals that they are trying to present in that, and be respectful of that world, because that's how I am about that world. If they're going to sit there and be like, oh, I want to impress that person, it's like, okay, you know how to impress me is by being respectful of their community and respectful of this game, because it's a thing that I deeply love, and it should be treated with respect. Because all games should be treated with respect, and the people within those games who love those games should be treated with respect. I don't care if it is Barbie Horse Adventure. If there is a person who comes into this chat and unironically adores Barbie Horse Adventure, I'm not going to sit there and crap on them. I'll be like, what is it that you love about Barbie Horse Adventure? I want to know. I'd love to hear it. Frederick says, the guitarist of the Indiegogo's just died in my arms. What? Fred Rice, what? Did he die in your arms tonight? It must have been something you said. GoDaddy says, I mean, more than the dynamics of how the old guard interact with the new players are predicated on the sorts of people that seek out games like Mist Online and stick with games like Mist Online. The community grew. The things you love about those engagement dynamics would change. They would change for the better. It was tonight. It was tonight. It must have been something you said. I don't know what you mean, Fried Rice. Explain to me. Explain this to me. And then I took his face and made a mask with it. What are you talking about, Fried Rice? What? I don't understand. But GoDaddy, here's the thing. My love for those communities and those old dead MMOs is not the fact that they're old and dead, or that they're barren and mysterious. In reality, my massive love for them is the untapped potential. I love them because that potential is there. and it is something that could be achieved. You could breathe life into these games because they are, one, they are actually engaging and enjoyable, and two, people could easily love them if they only opened their mind to what those games are, because we have this gross misperception of them. So people will look at an MMO and they're like, MMOs are a grind, they're boring, there's nothing to do, it's just the same thing over and over and over again because they wanted a subscription. No, that is not the case at all. Like, not even remotely. Old MMOs have so much going on, and what made them really interesting and engaging was that there were other people. And there was this ecosystem, the social ecosystem, and that has dwindled dramatically. But if you inject that life into it, it immediately springs back. And it recaptures those moments that people used to talk about that they loved. The stuff that they loved. Because people are now thrust into a situation not aware of what you can do, and then just playing around to see what they can do. And that is the beauty and magic of it. That is the beauty and magic of it. It's not what it is or what it was. It is what it becomes from what players do with it. Oh, Majora's Mask. Oh my gosh. Fried Rice. I thought Indiegogo, I thought that was like an actual band. My brain, Fried Rice. I'm so tired. And so yeah, like, I don't mind the engagement dynamics changing, because the beauty of it is seeing those engagement dynamics change. How do people engage with this game now in a modern day? What will they do with it? What kind of cultural or social cliques will emerge? How will they interact with others? Fried Rice, that is a really sad moment too. And the fact that you just put on his face, it is pretty sad. You're making good progress, by the way, Fried Rice. You're making great progress. Holy crap, you're going to town. I like it. All right, give you a Hector. And then I'm going to take that lady. So yeah, like, there's just something so amazing about being able to see the dynamics evolve and change. It's so beautiful. And so when I go into an old dead MMO, it's not an admiration of the past. It is more an admiration of the untapped potential, where it would go. And to imagine that world with those people. That's what I care about more. That's what I think is so valuable. It's a treasure that is waiting to be waiting to be shown and dug up, and it's so beautiful. MMOs are, because also, like, people are like, I'm not gonna play that MMO, it's old, and it's like, yeah, you sit here and play NES games over and over and over again. Like, you play old games. Don't sit there and say that's the reason why. And it may not be a game up to your liking, but you actually haven't even given it an opportunity or a chance to do so. Because they always talk about, like, oh, MMOs are super addictive. All you do is play MMOs. Then why is it, excuse me, why am I a testament then to the opposite? I don't sit there and spend, 60 hours a week playing an MMO. And I sit there and I flutter between them because I'm interested and curious about these places. That I can sit down for an hour or 2 hours maximum with an MMO, make progress, feel great about it, and then move on and come back to it a couple days later. Because MMOs developed this concept of social obligation, which isn't necessary, and that was just something that players did. They kind of created a social obligation. But if you approach MMOs in a very different way, kind of come with it with a mentality of it as like a co-op game, you can actually very much eradicate that social obligation. It's just interesting because the misconceptions of what an MMO is predicated by a lot of the ways that the cultural approach to MMOs evolved and changed, how players decided to play with them. And that doesn't necessarily mean that injecting new life in it will follow suit with those things. And I would hope that it wouldn't. I'd hope that it would create a cultural shift and kind of take things into another direction, where they don't focus on things like gear and raids and stuff like this. They care more about exploration, NPC interaction, player-to-player interaction, those sorts of things that are valuable and interesting. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. And again, I don't want... Sometimes people... I've been told a lot of times in my life that I'm very intimidating. And I really, really hope that I'm not coming off as such. And again, GoDaddy, I'm not. I don't want you to feel like I'm calling you out, and I apologize because like people say this. I've said this a lot in my life, that I'm a very intimidating person, and that like that I rub people the wrong way with kind of the way that I talk about this stuff. Like the way that I'm talking now, I worry that I'm always considered intimidating for folks, and I don't want you to think that like I'm trying to like bully you into my perspective, but like I'm just trying to really make the case for my perspective. And that's where I stand on that stuff, is that like I'm not trying to say like you're wrong for not liking MMOs or things like that, and I'm not saying that you're even alluding to that particular argument, but I'm just like very much passionate about my take on this. I appreciate your perspective. I've seen the dilution of the core of communities as they grew, how the conversations become less interesting or engaging to me because of it. Typing this out in the form of a conversation is hard without actually speaking to you about it. The best I can give you is the analogy of network television and the generally awful television that is produced because it, by need, caters to the largest swath. Now, I will not argue that. I think that you're 100% correct in that. And where I'm kind of coming from this perspective is far more about guidance. I feel like, and I think that this is incredibly important, and I feel like developers don't do this either when they make their games and build their online communities, which I think is important, is that they are very interactive. They're very guiding to players in how they set the precedent. In business, a manager is supposed to lead by example and kind of like exemplify how they feel that people should behave in the workplace, right? They don't do this, of course, in real life. But that's what they're supposed to be doing. And in the same thing with making an online community, it is no different. Where you should be, as a developer, setting expectations for players, holding rules of code and conduct that you're going to hold people to, and fostering a community with love and care, because a lot of times people will oh my gosh, he's taking all my stuff, he's kicking my butt. People will just kind of let it go, and then it'll morph and change into something that is undesirable in that regard, because a lot of people they want people to be there. They don't care what they do as long as they're spending their money and time there. And it's like, that's not how I feel about these things. I'm very much like, if I were to inject life into an old MMO, I'm bringing the people who I feel would be very compassionate and considerate of that game world and of its intentions and its design philosophy and all this stuff. I feel that that's valuable, that they would come in with a primer. Fred says, the funny thing to that is a game like WoW, the more they cater and streamline things, the smaller the subscriber base has been. It's true. So like you have to really work in fostering a perception and fostering that community through work, like through. Oh, I totally should have picked up that card. I did not. Oh, I feel so dumb. Give me that. Thank you. You have to provide like handcrafted care with people in GM events and a proper like a proper player support, and that sort of stuff is so important. But it's hard to do. It's hard. It's super hard. I go on a rant about this stuff. I'm sorry. And GoDaddy, I would love to have. I'm not joking. GoDaddy, I would more than love to have like an actual conversation with you on this, because I do feel like it's important. And you're right that it's tough to type it out. It absolutely is. It's absolutely so difficult to do that stuff. All right. So you have that back door. I do not want Skelly. Oh, and Beardo. Oof. Man in the Sea? Yes. Because it's valuable. I think that's a very valuable topic to talk about. Like, what is the threshold? Because also when I say like breathe life into a game, I also mean like not providing like, you know, 1,000 players. I'm more like bring in like 20. That's also kind of where I am in that topic and conversation, is that I'm very much like, I just want like 20 people to go into this game and like really play it. Dream small, live big. Exactly. I want 20 people to come and play this game and enjoy it. All right, have the Hector. Yeah, because like, oh man, I can't imagine what a game like Castle Infinity, the puzzle platforming game, that MMO, the puzzle platforming MMO that teaches you Esperanto, would be like with 20 people instead of the 0 that play it now. The servers are still up by the the group that is trying to keep the game alive. They still care about it, but it is not alive. Time I've typed out one thought, you'd have 4 in reply. Oh my gosh, and I'm sorry, because what's more frustrating when engaging with me, GoDeppy, is like, oh yeah, you're like, I'm talking at a rapid pace, because one, I'm a fast talker, and I just have a machine gun pace of thoughts about this sort of stuff. But more important, like more frustrating is if you ever had this discussion with me in just text, because it's no different. When I play MUDs, I have to very strongly check myself, because like when role playing with people, I am typing like 1,000. I'm like 15 messages before a person responds, and I feel bad because like I go too fast. I'm just too excited. I'm a stupid puppy dog that is just so happy that somebody wants to engage with me in any way, shape, and form. And a lot of that has to deal with like my time on the internet has always been one of being kind of like thrust into the outside, where a lot of people will use these arguments of like, who are you? Why are you so important? Why should I listen to you? And that sort of thing. Why should I listen to your opinion? You're a nobody. In a lot of discussions and communities. And that always was incredibly frustrating for me as a kid, because I was also a kid, and people are like, well, you're a kid. Your opinion doesn't matter. It's not important. And that applies still to this day as an adult, where I'm like, I'm just really excited to talk about this stuff. I have a perspective that I think is valuable and is important to this conversation, and people are like, nah, it's not. Who are you? And I'm like, oh, this makes me sad. So I do apologize. I do strongly apologize. It is a flaw to no ends. It makes me happy to know that at least I can say that about myself, that like, why did I do that? That was a bad move. I should have discarded that card. That was not smart. Because now I have to wait. Oh my gosh, yeah, he got the money. That was a bad move on my part. Let's see. Boink. Oh, this hand. Giuseppe? No, I took my Giuseppes. So if you actually want to have this conversation, DM me. I'd love to have an actual like voice-to-voice conversation about this, because I think it's very, very valuable. Because I don't think you're entirely wrong. I actually think that we're kind of both fighting for the same argument, but I think we're having a failure of communication at some point, right? We're like, I'm not communicating effectively, or that I'm moving too quickly for you to be able to like process the rapid fire conversation, like talk that my brain is going through right now. And I think that's also part of the problem. Alright, so Giuseppe. I just need a Skelly, dude. Give me a Skelly, please. They should make this card game its own standalone thing and make it a competitive multiplayer game. I think this game is fun. I enjoy this. I just want a Skelly, please. Oh my gosh. This dude kicked my butt. Oh, man in the sea. Ouch. It's still double rewards for this, so that's why I'm also kind of here, just to get some money. Crash, what in the crap is this? Crash! You haven't seen The Sims 2 on the DS, my friend? You're missing out. Oh, dude, I'm going out right now. Right out the gate, look at this. We agree that there'd be a threshold of people genuinely interested in playing joining before tag-alongs that would join out of a sense of popular interest, or perhaps, stated more appropriately, those that would have ulterior interests to the new players that currently trickle in. And yes, the threshold is way above 20 new friends. Exactly. GoDeppy, that, yes. When something becomes popular, you immediately attract a group of contrarians who will engage in that community simply for the purpose and point of telling them how stupid they are for engaging in any form of community in general. That is always the case. We're never going to avoid that. We can't change the entire world and the entire world's perception of these things. So we're kind of stuck in that way, right? But I very much I don't, for me, very much I'm very altruistic in that regard too. Like I believe in the good of people, and to a fault. I give people the opportunity to fail, right? I give people the opportunity to mess up and to screw me over. This is why it hasn't banned my ass. Exactly, Crash. You speak 100% the truth. This guy is picking up the deck and discarding the same card because he knows. He knows. Okay, there we go. How are you doing, Crash? By the way, so Sims 2. We're gambling right now. We're playing a little gambling minigame because it gives us money. It's like the best source of income for the money, and it's a fun little card game called the Keel Hall. It's actually it's enjoyable. Oh no, you're discarding that. But it's actually a linear story game where you're running a running a hotel, and there are characters and things like this. Crash says, Bogus and I are similar but opposite at the same time when it comes to Shadowrun. Exactly. Shadowrun on the Genesis is fantastic. And do the keys cost $2 each? When do we get keys to unlock the house? I wish, right? No keys. We don't do that nonsense. There's no DLC nonsense in this one. This is in the before times, in the long agos. I will still give it another go. It's just not tonight. It's okay, my friend. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's all right, Crash. One day you'll see. I'll make you see. How have you been, Crash? How is the VR treating you, my friend? I hope it is treating you well. PSVR 2. Ooh. Oh. I need to... I was dramatically considering not streaming tonight so that I could go bust up my PSVR and play the Elijah Wood FMV VR game. What is it called? I cannot think of the name right now for the life of me. Lord of the Rings? No. He made a psychological drama game thing that's in VR. I played TF2, then the loot boxes and hat came and made GoDeppy sad. I'm in the same way. Oh my gosh. Oh, my wife is letting me know that my cats are throwing up. I have to wrap this up and go help her. Un momento. After this match here, we're gonna get going. I don't need a Hector. I don't need an old man in the sea either. I do need a Skelly though. Thank you. I'm gonna lose this game really bad. He's kicking my butt. second. How about Hector? Give me Giuseppe. VR2 is great, but has way less options when it comes to streaming. It kind of locks you into text to voice or chat. Interaction does not have a built-in mic. What? It requires more setup. Oh, really? Come on, man. They gotta work on that. They gotta work on that. They gotta be better. They really do. They need to be better for that. One second. I'm gonna win this. Oh, one more hand. Come on, I gotta hurry up. I gotta clean this. RE8 in VR is gonna be an experience. Oh, tell me about it. It's gonna be such an experience. Why I didn't pick up the Skelly, I don't know. Oh man, the sea. Hector, Beardo, Hector. I need to finish fake gambling. Exactly. I do. It's important. Thank you for the Skelly. Bam. Done. Save game. Alright. Let's go find somebody to raid. And I will be back again sometime. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Save done. Let's go find somebody to raid. Bam. Bum, bum, bum. Let this person know that I'm helping a puking cat. And let's go say hello to Papaya Chemist is playing the Blackwell Deception. Ooh. Adventure games. I love adventure games. Let's go raid Papaya Chemist. To humor Lip. Thank you, my friend. I'll be back again sometime soon. I hope to see you all then. I don't know when, but we'll play more Sims 2. We hit a nice story wall, so we'll get to that at one point. And as always, to humor. Hooray!